Good day, children. Sai Ram. Let's continue with the lesson that we started in the last class. Okay, lesson number 4, 1 less than 100, part 2. So, remember, children, I told you about this wise man and the famous personality from Turkey, and there are many stories based on his wisdom and wit. We are going to learn one such story today. See, he is Nasruddin Hoja in this picture. Okay, I'll begin with the lesson. Nasruddin Hoja woke, lesson number 4, 1 less than 100. Nasruddin Hoja woke up early in the morning and quickly got ready for his prayers. Allah, please give me 100 gold coins. 99 will not be enough. 100 gold coins is what I want. If you give me 99 gold coins, I will not accept it, said the Hoja. In fact, this was his daily routine. Every single day, the Hoja knelt in his courtyard and prayed hard for God's blessings in the form of gold coins. The Hoja's neighbor, a rich merchant called Nazim, had been watching and hearing him day after day. So one day he thought he would try to see if the Hoja really meant what he'd said. So the next day, Nazim put 99 gold coins into a bag and waited quietly behind the chimney on his terrace. The moment the Hoja came into his courtyard for his prayers, he threw the bag of coins down into the courtyard. Taken aback, the Hoja carefully picked up the bag. He was pleasantly surprised when he opened the bag and saw the gold coins. Naturally, he started counting and found only 99 coins. So, he sat down with a deep sigh. He knew that God would not listen to him in total silence. So, he said loudly, "O merciful Allah, you have answered my prayer partly. Maybe you just forgot that the coins should have been 100 in number. However, it does not matter at all. You can give me the last coin tomorrow." The Hoja put the 99 coins back into the bag and went inside. Nazim was now at a loss. The Hoja, it seemed to him, was determined to keep the 99 gold coins. This made him nervous. After thinking over it all morning, Nazim went quickly to the Hoja and said, "Good sir, many greetings. Please give me back my bag of gold coins. I threw it down only to see how you would react. It was just a joke. I'm very sorry." "What are you talking about? Are you joking? You've never given any money to me," was the Hoja's answer. Come, learned sir. Though I may not be as learned as you are, I'm not a complete idiot. Hearing your plea to God for the 100 gold coins, I threw down that bag of coins at your feet. They are mine, and no man can take them away from me." He shrugged his shoulders and said, "I can't understand. Nazim, how can you be so sure that you gave them to me?" The merchant kept repeating that it was he who had thrown the bag of coins, but the Hoja did not listen to him. He said the money was his and had come to him as an answer to his prayers. Nazim was almost in tears. He said, I shall take you to court for robbing me of my money. Stroking his beard in a thoughtful manner, the Hoja said, I am most willing to go to court with you. The merchant wanted to go at once, but the Hoja said, I am not as young as I once was, and cannot walk all that way. Eager to get his hands on his money as soon as possible, Nazim went into his house and brought a sturdy donkey. Here you can ride this donkey. I'll find myself another one. But let's leave at once, he said. A little satisfied, but not completely, the Hoja found another excuse. How can I appear before the judge so shabbily dressed? It would be very disrespectful. Nazim was set on taking the Hoja to court. So he went back home and brought a new silken dress and a fur coat for the Hoja to wear. The Hoja examined the clothes and was satisfied with them. At the court, the judge asked them what the matter was. Nazim told him the story. The Hoja stood stroking his beard all the time. After the merchant had finished, the Hoja cleared his throat once and spoke to the judge. Your Excellency, Nazim is my neighbor. I've seen him standing on his terrace and watching me pray. He may have seen me counting the gold coins that God gave me today. Right now, he's trying to be smart. He wants to grab the money the benevolent one has given me. Nazim replied, Believe me, my lord, the coins are mine. I never tell a lie. Hearing him pray for 100 gold coins and only 100 coins daily, I threw 99 gold coins down into the courtyard to see what he would do if he got one coin less than what he had prayed for. My lord, not only is Nazim smart, but he is also crooked. He often does things like this. Next, he will probably say that the clothes I am wearing are also his, but they are mine. But they are mine, cried the merchant, raising his voice. I gave them to him to wear to court today. The fur coat and the silk dress, they are all mine. You see, my lord, broke in the Hoja, shrugging his shoulders. Next, he will say that the donkey I am riding is also his. Everyone knows that I have my own donkey, said the Hoja. He didn't have one, shouted the merchant, now beside himself with rage. The judge could take it no more. I've never seen such a rogue in all my years in this court. How dare you accuse an honest and respectable man? Your greedy nature will lead you to disaster. Complaint dismissed. Take him away, he declared. The guards at the court at once pushed the merchant out. The Hoja went home in his fine silken clothes, happily riding on the donkey. He found the miserable merchant sitting on his doorstep. The Hoja said, not unkindly, Now take back your donkey and the dress and the gold coins. Neighbor, but remember the lesson you have learned today. Don't at any time tempt an honest man to break his word. Okay, wasn't that an interesting story, children? Okay, now I'll start with the explanation. Okay, so it was Nasruddin Hoja's daily routine of waking up early in the morning and praying for just one thing. And what was that? He prayed for 100 gold coins. He wanted the exact number of 100 gold coins. While praying, he told God that he would not accept even one coin less, but exact 100. So every day he knelt in his courtyard and prayed for this. Now the Hoja's neighbor was a rich merchant called Nazim. He had been seeing Hoja praying like this every day. He had been watching him since a long time. So he decided to test the Hoja. The next day, he was standing behind the chimney of his terrace with a bag containing 99 gold coins. He was waiting for Hoja. As soon as Hoja came to pray in his courtyard, Nazim threw the bag of coins in the courtyard. Now, the Hoja was amazed. He carefully picked up the bag. See in the picture, children, the Hoja is carefully picking up the bag containing 99 gold coins. And Nazim is watching this from the terrace. Now, after seeing the bag of coins, the Hoja was very happy. He immediately started counting the coins. To his disappointment, he found only 99 coins. The Hoja was sad. He thought that God did not listen to his prayers fully. He sat down with a deep sigh and he was upset and quiet. The Hoja loudly said to Allah that he answered his prayers partly. God? He told God that God had answered his prayers partly and maybe he had forgotten to give him the last coin. He again mentioned that there should have been exactly 100 coins. And then he said to God that it's alright, God. It's alright, God, you can give me the last coin tomorrow. Now Nazim saw the Hoja picking up the bag of coins and going inside. He felt that the Hoja was determined to keep the 99 gold coins. Now he was nervous because he thought he will lose his 99 coins. So he quickly went to the Hoja's house and told him that it was in fact him who had thrown the bag of coins in the courtyard to see how the Hoja will react. He said that it was only a joke and apologized. Okay, now the Hoja told Nazim that he never received any money from him. So Nazim quickly answered that even though he is not wise, he is not as wise as the Hoja, he is not a fool. He told him that he saw the Hoja praying every day and threw the bag at his feet to see his reaction. Then he said that the coins belong to him and no one can take the coins from him. The Hoja asked Nazim, he asked Nazim how he can be so sure that the coins are his. Okay, to that the merchant tried very hard to convince the Hoja that the coins actually belong to him. But the Hoja refused to agree and said that it was God who had answered his prayers. Nazim was now restless and in tears. He warned the Hoja that he will take him to court for the crime of stealing his money. Now, Hoja thought for a while and said that he was ready to go to court. But he told Nazim that he had become old and could not walk so much. So Nazim became restless and impatient to get his money back. And he said that he will arrange for a donkey and the Hoja can ride on it. The Hoja was a little satisfied after hearing this, but he came up with another excuse. Now what was the excuse? He said that he was too shabbily dressed to come to the court and that it would be disrespectful to show up like that in the court. Now Nazim was eager to take the Hojja to the court. So, to make sure that the Hojja does not refuse to come to the court, because of this excuse, he quickly went home and brought a silk dress and a fur coat for the Hojja to wear. Now the Hojja was satisfied. So now children, when they reached the court, the judge asked them what the matter was. So Nazim told the entire story. All this while, the Hojja was simply standing and stroking his beard. See children, you can see in this picture, you can see the Hojja and Nazim, they are standing in front of the judge. Now, when it was Hojja's turn to explain the story, he said that he had seen his neighbor, that is Nazim, watching him pray. He said that he thinks Nazim may have seen the gold coins that God had given him, and now he is trying to smartly take the money away from Hojja. After hearing this, Nazim again tried explaining why he had thrown the gold coins, only because he wanted to test the Hojja. Now the Hojja was smart. He told the judge that Nazim was a crooked man, that he was a dishonest person. He told the judge that Nazim may also claim that the clothes that the Hojja is wearing also belonged to him. Now Nazim was in disbelief. He cried out that the clothes really belonged to him. Okay. Now, like the clothes, Hojja also said that he will also claim that the donkey that he rode on also belonged to Nazim. Now, Nazim again cried out and he told the judge that the Hojja did not have a donkey. Now, the judge was very angry. He could not take it anymore. The judge declared that it was Nazim who was guilty, and that he had accused an honest man like the Hojja. And so he dismissed the complaint made by Nazim, and he told the guards to take away Nazim. So the guards took away the merchant and put him out of the court. The Hojja happily rode back home on the donkey while wearing the silk dress and fur coat. He saw Nazim sitting miserably on the doorstep. The Hojja handed over his dress, donkey, and gold coins back to the merchant and told him that he should never tempt an honest man to break his word. Meaning, he should not test an honest man like that again. Okay, see children, the Hojja, he's riding back home happily sitting on the donkey. Okay, did you all like the story, children? Yes. Now children, this was a very nice story and it also teaches you an important lesson. Okay, so read the story again. Thank you, children.